Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Danganronpa, Chapter 5, investigating the exploded body and all other assorted things. I do not remember what we've investigated. I think the investigation just started here, and that's where we're gonna get going. Alright, knife. Give me the knife. A knife laying on the ground. Is this probably the murder weapon? Or at least possibly the murder weapon. It looks like it. There's a lot of blood, and the knife was in the body. Monokuma said the knife went all the way through the body front to back. It may have been what caused the fatal injury. And it looks somewhat familiar. It's your knife. The knife he was trying to kill you with. He or she was trying to kill you with. Yeah, it's a lot of coincidences. If whoever attacked you is probably dead. Possibly. They got stabbed because you were in a trance and maybe reacted by stabbing it. Maybe you're the killer. Right, maybe you're investigating your own murder. Or the murder you committed. And it could possibly mean Kyoko. If that body's Kyoko, but I don't think the body's Kyoko. I've already established that the boots are not Kyoko's boots, so I don't think this is Kyoko. You don't know. You just don't remember anything clearly from last night. No way. Yeah, you could have been the killer, Makoto, but it seems unlikely. You seem strongly opposed to the whole murdering deal. Alright, let's look at this junk. There, yep, double check it. Fragments near the dead body. Okay, the dead body itself. I assume it's not going to explode. Maybe we'll find out if it's... Yeah. Oh, look closely. What do we got? The palm. We haven't seen her hands before. Yeah, she's got fake nails that are really long. Pretty hard to use with gloves on all the time. Fake nails, probably an obvious truth bullet. A tattoo, okay. A tattoo of a wolf in front of a star. The biggest giveaway it's not Kyoko should be the fingernails. Kyoko wears gloves 24/7, that'd be a terrible idea. The upper half of the body got set on fire in the explosion, and the top half is wet. She threw a bucket of water at it. Alright. Yep. Should be 2 more sections. Okay, got burnt. There's a bit left. No comment. Okay. Yep. Nothing strange about the body. Okay. The hand is the most distinguishable part, so if you didn't make a comment on the rest, that's fine. Honestly, there's not too much to gain from that. Alright. Let's see. Oh, the sprinklers turn on at 7:30, yes. Then the sprinklers would have gotten it wet if the body was there, therefore the murder happened after 7:30. Which is why we clicked that, by the way. I remember that. Sprinklers gives us an approximate time of death. Alright, I wonder if any of you morons have any useful information. How are the chickens? Wait, 4? One of the chickens is missing. There were 5. I count 4. Someone's taken a chicken. Someone's gone and eaten a chicken. Poor Dorothy. That's right, we just named one of the chickens Dorothy, and she's dead. So weird, you wonder what disappeared? You were down here just before nighttime last night and there were 5 chickens? Yep. This guy. The world's gonna collapse because there's not 5 chickens in a coop. Oh boy. Ignore him. Why did one disappear? Poor chicken. It deserved better. Yep, she could still be dead. We haven't seen her body. The flower. You don't think it's related, so we can't interact with it? Fair enough. I was slightly concerned about the, this random-ass metal playing in the background is kind of annoying. I wish it wouldn't do that all the time. The room is dusty and disorganized, a stereotypical tool shed. Oh, this is interesting. A used tarp. Like a wet and covered with mud and grime, but the underside totally clean. Okay. This is interesting. This could have been in the dirt. This could have also covered the body from the rain. I would have, or the sprinklers briefly. Now, I would imagine that, the water, there wouldn't be any way to get dirt on the body that way. And, I'd also imagine that, like, the sprinklers would probably cause water to run along the path, getting the back of the body wet. But, I don't know how long they actually run for, because it's like one of the first days we've been in here. Right, the pickaxe is still here, the one she was supposed to get. I don't think there's anything missing here, right? I have a decent memory of what was around here, and it looks like it's all there. They all are here, right? Yeah, he's discarding stuff. Around 5-ish minutes. Yeah, it could have reasonably shielded the body from the water, but I don't know how it would have gotten dirty then. Bit of a mystery. We'll have to find out later. Alright, let's talk to everyone, get some information. You don't want to look, you don't want to faint? At least there's no blood, so she probably wouldn't faint even if she opened her eyes. Okay, I'm gonna take a second. This music is really annoying. I actually want to turn it off, or at least down again. Okay, that's a bit better. If it's gonna play like some like generic tunes, just turn it down, let it run in the background so we can pay attention to the game. Actually enjoy our experience. Do I remember how the body looked before it blew up? It was wearing a luchador's mask, right? Red on one side. There, stay with blood. The wound stopped bleeding, but the blood was still wet. That's pretty accurate. No blood on the nothing on the ground below, around it, so it might have been moved. That's a thought. I didn't consider it. The body might have been moved here. You totally remember how it looked? Great, we managed to fudge your memory. The reason you interview people separately in the police cases or try to get their statements as fast as possible is because people's memories are notoriously unreliable. And if you tell them, oh, did it go this way? Their mind will conform some facts to fit that, or at least in some way, unless they are like directly remembering that it was distinctly not something. You can ask leading questions to make people think things happen differently than they would normally remember them. Alright. Cool. Thanks for the body. You have some ideas of the body now? Alright. Of what the body looked like? Alright, you might give something useful. What up? You want to hear my alibi? Now we get to be nervous because we don't have a good one. Where were you after nighttime? You were 6, you were asleep all night. And what's nighttime got to do with it? Coincidence that may not be the 16th, but a replica since it exploded. It could be an advanced replica and Monokuma calling a trial because he's bored. Monokuma hasn't called a tryout because he's bored. He seems to follow the rules. Now, he will make new rules to fuck you over, or like fuck your ideas over, but he won't break the rules. I don't think that's the case. I also don't think it's Kyoko. Because again, nails, she wears gloves 24/7. Wearing fake nails would be stupid because A, they don't work well with gloves. You can't really work with your hands if you have fake nails and you're wearing gloves, because then like the tips of your fingers would be completely useless. Which we'd probably notice. And then, like B, why would you have fake nails while you're wearing gloves 24/7? Because no one else can see them, and usually people wear like fancy clothing is to make yourself feel good or to make others think you look good. And neither of those apply to Kyoko because no one can see the hands, and she's wearing gloves to be she's presumably wearing gloves to be practical or to hide her hands from other people. So I don't think the hands match. That, and I said the boots don't match either, so we're good. Alright, what is night I'm gonna do then? It took after, yeah, it took place after that. After night began, you came to the garden. You were going around looking for people to tell them about Monokuma. Hiro spent most of his time here, so you figured he'd be here, and when you arrived there was no body here. At some point during nighttime after you left, okay. Toko, Hina, and you were in the gym together. We found Hiro in the garden. We immediately went to Toko and Hina's rooms, and then went to the gym and dismantled Monokuma. Okay. As a precaution, we made sure not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. All of us have airtight alibis. The only ones who don't have alibis are me and Kyoko. And if the victim is Kyoko, then you're the only one without an alibi. Alright. When you went to get Hina and Toko, we stopped by your room. It's a shitty you don't have an alibi because you're in bed. Yeah, we're at quite the disadvantage. The only person without an alibi. Q is account in the truth bullets, thanks. Alright. It's 11. When you first found the body, what did you do this morning? Monokuma's analysis woke us up at 7. If it all soon. You got there, you met with Hina at 7:30. Again, the body isn't wet, so it has to be post 7:30. You headed to the gym where everyone else was waiting. Next, Toko got the pickaxe, and that's when she found the body. That was it then. The sprinklers protect us pretty well. You have to assume the body was moved. When we left the gym, it was just before 9, probably 9 on the dot. We were all together. It can't have been him that moved the body, right? You can say for sure the body was found at 9. Thanks, Yasuhiro. Alright. We know the timeline of the body finding. Yeah, we found everything here. This fragment. I don't remember what this is from. And we need to figure out what the fuck Kyoko's doing, yeah. I don't think it's Kyoko. The fact that Byakugan Battle Brawlers hasn't noticed that it's clear not Kyoko is really dumb because he didn't he read all the murder mysteries? Oh, they're not murders. He was reading oh yeah, he was reading murder mysteries, and then he was also reading case files of real murders. He should have a really good grasp on like the basics. Or at least the appearance of Kyoko. Maybe he just forgot she wears gloves because he doesn't really care about people's appearances. More like, he thinks people are beneath him, so he doesn't look at details about the person. So he might make the wrong assumptions. Or maybe he's trolling again. Yeah, he has trolled before. He's moved bodies for shits and giggles. Like, he's done a bunch of dumb shit. He's done a bunch of dumb shit because he strung up the body and tried to blame Jack for a murder they didn't commit just to fuck around. Because obviously he'd get killed, so he didn't want to actually get Jack blamed. What's it, Kyoko that attacked? Who knows? So Kyoko doesn't talk about herself much. Maybe if we can get into her room. But the key, we don't have it. Yakuya has it, though. Bikuya has her room key. Let's ask him for it. No, it's not about that. Can we go to Kyoko's room? Alright. Find me later. Okay. In the meantime, look around. Alright, check out somewhere else. Time to go. I don't remember where he's referencing, to be honest. I'm gonna be honest, I don't actually know where he's referencing. It's not the rec room, that was my first guess. Okay. The gym. Really? I wouldn't have thought the gym. Is this Monokuma still here? I assume there's more than one Monokuma, right? Okay, the Monokuma's here. He's laying dismantled on the floor, but... The bomb's missing? The bomb's missing. Someone took the bomb. Possibly Monokuma. And the fragments you found in the garden? Oh, they're the bomb parts! Oh, okay, okay. I thought we were just going back to check that the Monokuma was still gone. It's a piece from the bomb! Oh, I hadn't thought about that. That means the explosion was set up later, so it couldn't have been him. Oh, that's good evidence for us, by the way. Fragments near the dead body being pieces of the Monokuma bomb. That's really good. That's actually really good for us. You're curious about the letter? We're not going to read it yet because she's not actually dead. Now, she might get executed in this trial and we might have to read it then. But she's not dead at the moment. I mean, if she's actually already dead, if she's that body, like, I'd be... And once he's done with the surgery, he's gonna head back to his garden. Okay, we'll do that then. Fine. Thanks for telling me, Gabe. Thanks for telling me, saving me some time. If she's dead, I'm gonna question my own sanity. There's no way she's dead. It just would not make sense in the slightest for her to be dead. Now, she could be dead somewhere else, as like another body we haven't found. I'd believe that. But I do not believe this is her body. Not in the slightest. Let's go check out her room. Alright. Wait for me. Perfect. Bikuya walked off without a glance, and I hurried after him on our way to the dorms. Ask Bikuya. Alright, let's go. He took out the key and slid it into the keyhole, and then... Alright, it's open. Go! I'm betting Spartan, a super Spartan interior. Yep. So this is her room. Alright. Only one thing on the table. Have a look. A wooden block decoration. Blockers at those really traditional public bathhouses? Okay. Yeah, he hasn't used a bathhouse before. Not hard to imagine. He's too rich to be... He's too rich to be seen in in a public bathroom. Or a public bath. In the dojo it might go to. The dojo. Okay. Nothing on there. Let's check the drawers. Can't check the drawers. We'll check the bed. Nothing interesting. Bathroom. She might have articles hanging out to dry. I better not look inside. Are you serious? You think she's dead and you're like, I can't I can't look in the bathroom. She might have her underwear there. It's like, girl's dead, and you're like... Girl's dead, and you're like, nah, I'd better not look around. Yeah, surveillance cameras. Wait, what else is there to look at? I'm serious, what else is there to look at? I guess we talked to Bakuya, see what he thinks. Yeah, we're just curious to find a clue in here. Something that might help us understand Kyoko. This is why I made you take your time? Yeah, we want to learn more about her. If you're planning on poking around him, you're doomed. Well, more concrete. Oh. It's a symbol of her determination. Don't open. Only open it if something happens to you. If we're gonna we shouldn't open it now. We don't know that she's dead. In fact, there's no evidence pointing to her being the culprit. Really? We're opening it? Alright. Under the sheets. Seriously? Seriously? They didn't check under the sheets in her bedroom? Check the bed again. As I lifted up the sheets, I found a crumpled up piece of paper. Hope's Peak class, number 78 student registry. Mukuru Ikusaba, class 78 student registry, okay. Mukuru Ikusaba's profile. Probably the other thing she stole when she snuck into the headmaster's room along with the key. The key and something. This must be the blank Monokin was talking about. Alright. She said a death without meaning was unappealing, and this is what she's left behind. Hurry up and finish your search. I don't have time for sentimental indulgence. Okay. Let's look at the profile sheet. Anything useful? Female, ultimate soldier. Although small for her age, she was a military specialist trained in every weapon type imaginable. Showed an interest in the military from childhood and found herself completely absorbed in it. In elementary school, she won a survival game tournament and began writing for military magazines. What? Before entering middle school, while she and her family were on vacation in Europe, she disappeared. Story of a young Japanese girl being kidnapped quickly took over Japanese media. An intense international investigation turned up no information, and she was never found. However, she reappeared in Japan 3 years later, alone and unannounced, revealing she joined a mercenary group known as Fenrir for those 3 years. Insisted she hadn't been kidnapped, but she received battle training of her own volition? But she never revealed why she decided to return home when she did. What? Okay, that's a weird fucking life story. A mercenary group. That doesn't feel real. Yeah, it's like a completely different dimension. Like, yeah. That's completely fictitious. You saw things as an ordinary person, but then... Yeah. Guru means corpse, yeah. You never imagined you'd hear the name Fenrir in a place like this. Fenrir Mercenary Corps is a collection of battle-crazed warmongers, but they have their uses and get the job done. It's all part of a world completely removed from the one I live in, yeah. Every rumor you heard says Fenrir has already... You feel our hero's becoming a bit player and the bit player the hero? What do you mean? I feel like Makoto's becoming the protagonist. What do you have in your hand there? You found her promo? Yep. I'm not gonna hold it against you or anything. In case you're wondering, I don't hold it against Kyoko either, even though she stole it and hid it. Well, then why do you care? There's no rule against stealing, correct. What you can't forgive is Miss Ogami, who broke the rules and busted into the headmaster's room. Maybe I'll drag her corpse out here and slice it up and devour it. Bears are omnivorous, you know. Are rules violations so bad? You're quite adamant about those. See? He's really pissed at people violating rules, but he didn't mind that she actually broke in. And if there was an opportunity, broke in and stole something. Because theft is not illegal. Alright. Dedication to organization and order. Which is why you have to follow the rules yourself. See, he's reinforcing the idea that he's calling it because someone was murdered, not... or killed themselves. Not because it's some random death. But she could have been killed. I guess if you killed yourself accidentally, he might call a trial. But he's definitely not killing anyone or calling a trial because he's pissed. You have to follow your own rules. Hold up. If Monokuma has to follow his own rules, if Monokuma killed someone... Oh no, he didn't get... There was no Junko trial. Never mind. I was gonna say if Monokuma killed someone, you could convict him of that, but... The only way this will happen now is if you can convict Monokuma for murder correctly when he calls a trial for it, which would be pretty hard to justify, although you could say he's at least accomplice to every death here. Apparently in this universe there's only one killer and everyone else goes free. A subject of fairness. Okay, I'd like to know something interesting. The one writing the rules, they're actually one of the participants in this game. Oh. You never told us how many participants there actually are. No? You should clarify. When we got together, there were 15 people there, correct. And that first meeting led to a misunderstanding among us, yep. There weren't 15? There's actually 16. We knew there were 16. Monokuma, you're... can't we just accuse Monokuma of violating the rules? If there's 16 students taking part in the game, and one of them is not present for the trial, you get executed. Monokuma didn't execute them for not taking part in the trial, so he's breaking his rules. You could use that rules lawyering against him. They even asked about the empty 16th seat, because he said, if you're not present, you get punished, and punishment means execution. So the fact that he hasn't executed her is against his rules, but we'll see. Yep, the 16th student, the ultimate despair. Watch out for Ikusaba Mukuro. Ikusaba Mukuro. Part of this school life, the one making the regulations. Why are you saying this? Killing games popular, you wouldn't believe the rating? I don't believe it. You got so many viewers, you want to make sure everyone's on the same page? You don't want to wake up a hurricane of complaints and hate mail? What's Monokuma's angle here? Oh, you have some revenge. What's the bonus? You want to get back at Miss Kirigiri, so you're going to share a secret. Okay. Yes, she wears those stupid gloves day in, day out. By the way, this is reminding Bakuya. We are the person. I already know this. It's reminding Bakuya because he should have fucking noticed that it wasn't Kirigiri's corpse. Don't tell anyone I told you, but she wears them to cover hideous scars she doesn't want anyone to see. Double points, there was no scarring on those hands. He's trying to get back at her, but all he did was just prove her innocence. Or at least prove that she's not dead. Alright. Imagine being named corpse in a game. Yeah, you're doomed. Then again, the band Cannibal Corpse has been around for a while, and their lead singer's not dead. But yeah, being named corpse in a game seems like a one-way ticket to death. Alright. That seems like a death sentence. Oh well. Monokuma's account. Alright. She's covering scars on her hand, so the back of her hand... A tattoo? No, it'd be scarred. He specifically said scars, not tattoos, that's why she wears them, which means... Wow, our protagonist didn't think about the fact that she's wearing fake nails. but realizes that if her hands are scarred, she's not dead. If Bakugan Battle Brothers Season 2 doesn't recognize it's not Kirikiri, you're gonna burn a level 1 Shengon. Why? What matters right now is uncovering Monokuma's trap. God, must have been. I think he's realized it and hasn't said anything. Remember what he just told us. He said there were 16 students, which means Makuro's a student here. He's trying to tell us she's creating the rules to the game. Yep. But why tell us? Yeah. You wanted to make things clear so there would be complaints, but the mere fact he said it proves she's connected to the case. If he identified her, which means she's relevant to the case. Otherwise, you're not being led astray by the lack of knowledge. That's why he revealed, yep. Which should hopefully tell Bakuya that she's not dead. Sorry, Kyoko's not dead. But let's see if he figures it out, or at least announces that he's figured it out. He might have figured it out already, right? This guy doesn't tell you jack shit if he doesn't want to. Needs to make the investigation fair. Makuro's related to the case. Perhaps she's the killer? Oh my god, he's still on that. He's put himself on a fucking railroad track, man. The guy's on giant ass tracks, like he's on a fucking roller coaster track or some shit. And like, no matter how nonsense, no matter how twisty and loopy the track is, he's gonna stay on. She's a student and killed someone that makes her part of the school killing game. She's the killer? Unlikely. That's too straightforward. That's exactly what you thought when the investigation began. But... oh, good, he's changed his mind. Yeah, she's not the culprit. Obviously. We thought Makuro the Despair was the mastermind's identity, but if that's true, the behavior makes no sense. Why would the mastermind reveal themselves? And also possibly die. Giving us information would raise questions about her. That'd be crazy bold, yep. So she's not the culprit, we know that. Time to burn. Well, rest in peace, Chen Gong. They want us to suspect Makuro and come to the wrong conclusion. That's what makes sense, okay. Makuro isn't the killer, who is? Alright, yeah, we're done here. I should find out the key. Go to the dojo. Oh, teleport to the dojo, convenient. Locker 6. There are wooden lockers, they use woodblock keys like those at super traditional bathhouses. Looks like the key we found really does go to a locker, perfect. Yes, we can see numbers. We can in fact compare values. It's the only one that doesn't have a key. Yes, it has the number 6 on it, and so does the key. We could figure this out without investigating each of these. Yes. Yes, we use it. Alright. I took out the woodblock key and inserted it into the metal locker, and locker accepts the key and opens, revealing 10 arrows and 10 titanium arrows. Okay. Without a bow, they're nothing but sticks, but titanium arrows could be a weapon to kill someone with. Not that we have any evidence arrows have been used at any point. What is on the bottom down there? Wadded up ball of duct tape? That's blood. Must be related to the case. How could it be involved though? Bloody duct tape. Interesting. Not sure how that works. It is very odd. The locker was hiding items clearly related to the case, but the key ended up in the victim's room. That's a very good question. How did the key end up in the victim's room? Bakuya had the key to the victim's room at all times. How did the key to the locker that has the case items in up there? Get up there, Wojins. That means that there's another way into the rooms that doesn't involve the keys. That's the only way, right? The keys can't be locked. The doors can't be picked. The doors can't be picked. Bakuya had the key. And somehow this key and locker there. He's clearly not... it's either he's the culprit, right? Either he's the culprit, which seems questionable, as why would he lead us here, or there's another way into the rooms, which we're being told here. Yeah, on to the next location. Wait. Research Fenrir? We're going to the library? To verify she's in there? Library. Library. The archives. Would they really have information on random-ass paramilitary groups in the library? Like, it has some questionable info, but I don't think it would have... It has secret info, but I don't think it has information on random paramilitary groups. Oh, I guess he knows the archive and just goes straight to it. Okay. Returns with a file in hand. What do you got for us? Talk to me. Okay, what language is that? It's French. It's French. You expect me to know French when I'm supposed to be a Japanese high school student? Yeah, most high schoolers can't speak French. 100 times over for reading French? Screw you, buddy. I'd rather not know it. Fenrir is an elite fighting unit based out of the Middle East. Unlike contractors, they're a fierce group of soldiers who engage in direct combat. Okay. They claim that a single member is equivalent to an entire company of soldiers. Like Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok, their mere presence is enough to strike fear into any enemy. They've been involved in countless battles and operations, most of which are classified. However, some time ago, they completely ceased all activity. Okay. At present, their continued existence cannot be confirmed. There are unconfirmed that key members of the group were all neutralized. Rumors indicate they were killed to keep them from revealing the many state secrets they'd acquired. Okay. Some believe there was mounting internal tension in the group and they simply imploded. That seems plausible. I mean, both kind of seem plausible. Wouldn't that be like public information? We don't know what a paramilitary group... We don't know what a private military contractor is doing right now. Seems like public info. How is that alternate reality? That seems like generic stuff. That seems pretty generic. Their battlefield's not so different from our lives. Unpredictable, unmanageable. And that's what's so exciting. Yeah, exciting. Dangerous, but exciting. Anything jump out? It said where the name comes from. The Wolf of Ragnarok. Like the tattoo. To show they're a member of the team, each shoulder that joins the squad gets a tattoo representing Fenrir, like the one on the back of her hand. Okay? Yeah, Fenrir and the sun, because... Well... Cool. We got her profile, and now we're gonna have the trial proper. Yep. What? What? Time is utterly silent, yet constantly assaults us organisms. The earth, natural phenomena. That's very, contemplative of you, Monokuma? Damage us little by little to the end. You should think about that. Okay, that's weird. Alright, trial time. See you in a few, Mono. Seems the time has come. We have all the information we can get. Alright. That was an interesting start to the trial. That was an interesting investigation. I don't have a clue as to who did it. I assume it's Kirigiri / Kyoko. That's the killer, and we're gonna have to execute her, which is gonna be interesting. Bikuya and Makoto showed up together. That's right, we're sleeping together, Yatsuhiro. Meet my new boyfriend, Bikuya. We're together to make Toko jealous. Where have we been? Investigating shit. You guys are, the rest of you are pretty lazy and just jump to conclusions. I mean, BQ is doing the same thing, but at least he tries to investigate shit. Yasuhiro kind of just looks around and is like, well, I've done my part. I saw the body and confirmed it existed. That's right, we went off together, just the two of us, Toka. How does that make you feel? You jealous? Jealous enough to commit murder? She's probably making a creepy fantasy about us being together for reals, though. Yep. Moku will be here any second. Note that Kyoko's not here. He can show up anytime. What I imagined was about to happen, I instantly tensed up and prepared myself, but... we stood there for 5 full minutes waiting for something weird to happen, and 5 minutes became 10. Why hasn't Monokuma shown up yet? Dead again? Waiting for Kyoko. He's waiting for Kyoko to show up. Oh? Oh. Yes, you did a little bit. Why are you wasting our time? You're making him wait. Yeah, exactly. Kyoko's not here. Lies! Monokuma is lying right now, and he's breaking his own rules. I don't know why they don't point that out to him. He says he can't start till everyone's here. All of the previous trials did not include the 16th participant. You are lying. Just start the trial. Huh? Everyone is here. He's not meeting his own rules requirements. Hold up. Is that actually in the rules too? Regulations. Students reside. Leaving is unacceptable. Some areas are off limits at night. Sleeping. Punishment. Explore. Violence against Monokuma is illegal. Killing student is the black end. The trial. Participation is mandatory for all surviving students. Get fucked, 16. You broke the rules. Repeatedly and weren't punished. So, this is what the rules say. 16 didn't show up to any of the trials. No longer relevant. She doesn't show up to the trials. She's breaking the rules and needs to be executed, but he doesn't seem to care. He's violated the rules by only enforcing them against 15 people. Little bit annoyed they did that with the 16th. They should have claimed that he violates his own rules and doesn't care, because he's clearly breaking them here. But we'll keep going and enjoying the story, since the first part was really good. This part's it's still interesting. So how is this gonna go? You've been waiting 10 minutes. Do you punish the one making us all wait? Okay. No. We heard that voice. We found out. Look. You're here and no rules been broken. The 16th person violated the rules and was destined to be punished anyway. You can't kill her for that. As you're violating the rules by not killing her and having us compete against someone who doesn't have to follow the rules. This guy thinks it's a ghost because he's a moron. Alright, so the only possible killer is Monokuma, us, or Kyoko. Is it okay there's no penalty for being late? What regulations did you violate? I'd say Monokuma's spoiled because he's giving certain students special treatment. No penalty, but you'll be sorry later. I'll see your bottom of the elevator, I'll be one step ahead. Alright, when Monokuma was gone, we rushed to Kyoko. Of course I wasn't dead. That's not really a good thing for us. Shut up, Yasuhiro! He keeps wasting screen time. Alright, discuss what we need to discuss during the trial. I'm a little bit confused why Kyoko even showed up, or why Monokuma is suddenly trying to enforce the everyone needs to show up rule, when he clearly said there was a 16th person who's literally never showed up to a single trial, and he hasn't commented that he's waiting for the 16th person. Why do I have to do this if we take too long? It doesn't make any sense. For for him not to enforce the rules on the 16th person if he wants to claim to be lawful. Alright. Or adjust. Anyway. I couldn't help myself. I had to talk to Kyoko before the trial started. Cool, perfect. We can talk to her. What's up? 16th person was there? No, they distinctly asked about the absent seat, and he's like, oh, no reason. He's like, take your seats to participate, but like, they all have to be there, and he clearly wasn't there, because he wasn't involved and didn't ask anything. How do you sneak down? It's an elevator. It's a closed system. Like, there's doors. You aren't present for it. Like, hey, he's not willing to activate the elevator unless you're physically in this room. Which of the characters, like, how do you miss a 16th person standing in a completely empty room? Impossible. It's literally impossible to miss, especially now. Like, okay, they were standing there. They didn't mention that the person was there. Let's go to the last trial. The last trial where no one extra died. All of us went down, and all of us came up. At what point in this room, while we were waiting for the 16th person to physically show up in person, bear in mind that they can't be watching the cameras, because otherwise Monokuma wouldn't give a fuck, because she could reasonably, like, I don't know, she could maybe break into the camera room, at which point it wouldn't matter. So he, like, unless he's actually looking, he can't make that assumption, and he's clearly not omniscient, because he can't see things while he's there. Kyoko's tested that, so while he's here, he doesn't know if she's in the camera room or not. Maybe there's a second way, and there's more than one around there? Yeah, but you aren't present for the trial if you're not, like, actually there. And there's no, like, same with the other rooms. Like, you think someone would have noticed when we had, like, no rooms to explore? Like, how did this magical person escape outside the bounds of the school? Of the school bounds. It doesn't really make any sense. Alright, ask away. Where have you been? Use the key to go somewhere. You investigated the second floor of the dorms. Yep. No monitors or cameras, so you avoided Monokuma completely. Okay. You missed its announcement because of that, and had no idea the body had been discovered. You finished your search and came down just in time for the class trial announcement. Took some time to go over the crime scene. You can't go to trial completely uninformed. Fair enough. Again, I'm still betting she is ultimate detective. Her comfort around bodies means she's either a mortician. She's either like a mortician, some form of like killer, or like a cop, maybe. But she doesn't seem to be like obsessed with fighting, so I think she's more like a investigator type, which rules out like soldier, and stuff, right? All right. You're on the second floor, then that's where the key you found goes to? Not quite. Monokuma has a secret tool that can open any lock in the school. Nice! He has a skeleton key? Awesome. Alright, you want to focus on surviving? After the trial, we'll go over everything. Important for her? That's a straight. Probably because the murder's gonna be pinned on her, right? Alright, seemingly unconcerned, she made her way to the elevator. Alright, into the elevator we go. And the doors slide shut. This time, clunking was loud enough to hurt your ears, and the dread consumed me once again. I can't imagine getting used to the mental pressure that comes with preparing for the execution. Like, okay. Like, okay. In this room, we can literally see 3/4 of the room visibly. How would you miss a person? The only way you'd miss someone is if they were on top of the elevator. Yeah? Like, it doesn't make a lot of sense for there to be a 16th person that's actually involved. Unless they're getting special treatment. And don't ever have to follow the rules. At which point, they're not really a 16th participant, they're just a... Especially because you don't know they exist. Anyway. Oh, we stood there, silent still, and after an immeasurable period of time, the doors opened without warning, and a dazzling light penetrated every depth of my eyes, but it wasn't the illuminating light of hope, but that of despair, right? The blinding light of despair. Wow, that's some gaudy fucking... That's some gaudy shit, alright. You've been waiting? Feels like it's been forever. Dude, it's been like 2 days. This is actually like the shortest gap between a murder and another murder. Time for pointless jokes and jabs is past. Let's get this shit on with. Hell yeah, let's go. The curtain opened for the 5th time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly rhythm, a deadly faith, a deadly defense, a deadly class trial. Yeah, we'll save. Alright. Set skills. I think we have all our skills loaded. It's not like there's a lot of... Oh, we're missing ambidextrous. Lock onto 2 statements at once during the bullet time battle. Oh, that's actually pretty good. Alright. Alright, you guys ready for this trial? Let's see how long this one is. All rise, this gaudy as fuck room. Okay. Begin with an explanation of the class trial. Your votes will determine the results. Note the slot where the 16th person is still empty. There's no crossed out face. And there's no crossed out face with a standee, and there's nothing there. Pretty hard to fake your way being there. You can... If you figure out the whodunit, only they get punishment. If you pick the wrong one, everyone besides the blackened gets punished. Cool. Then why is there a 16th body? Why is there a body here if it's not Monokuma's? To punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. To leave the rest to thee. Alright, specifics of the victim. Who exactly is the victim? Why are... I don't even have a response to how stupid this is. Yasuhiro thinks Kyoko's a ghost. He unironically thinks she's a ghost and that Monokuma is waiting for her ghost to show up and take the elevator down with us. We're seriously having this as a scene in the trial. Ghosts don't use technology. Please stop wasting our time. We have to prove the corpse isn't Kyoko? Seriously? We have to prove it to Yasuhiro. This is a real murder trial. And we're spending real time on this. What important... This is why it doesn't belong to her. Her gloves. Yasuhiro is fucking brain dead. I know, right? Like, I feel like I'm wasting time actually playing through this scene right now. This is why I want this guy to... every scene he's in, he wastes time. Why does she actually wear these gloves? Would you know the answer? Monokuma told me. Apparently you have scars. And the corpse wasn't wearing gloves. Yeah, everyone in chat's brain cells are being wasted by Yasuhiro right now. The gloves disintegrated, but the hands were left untouched, naturally. You can't prove why, we'll be stuck here on the case, we'll move forward. Dude, honestly, just vote Yasuhiro off the team. Just vote him off the island. I'd rather die than live another minute with this guy's idiocy. Or at least murder him so everyone... And no one will convict you because it'll be the right thing. Oh wait, if you don't convict them, they die. Alright. Oh boy. We're doing one of these for this. Really. Fake nails tattoo. Okay. What's your evidence? Why do we have to prove that it's not a ghost? The dead body wasn't wearing gloves. They burnt up. I'm gonna say fake nails. Fake nails. Who the fuck wears gloves with fake nails? Get wrecked. We actually got that one first try too. Hell yeah. They were wearing fake nails. Yeah, it'd be impossible to do anything. It was a waste of oxygen. You're absolutely right. Imagine him being the sole survivor of this, because no one's willing to kill him. Everyone's just like, someone else will kill him. His idiocy is helpful to me, and then he snaps and kills you. Because he thinks you're a ghost or some bullshit. Imagine dying to him. You try to assassinate him, he panics and murders you because he thinks you're a ghost. And wins. Yeah, it's weird for a self-conscious person to wear fake nails. Women are complicated. Fuck you. Really? They're custom made to the size of your hands to ensure they don't interfere with your daily life. If you wore fake gloves, nails, the gloves wouldn't fit. He hasn't done. Everyone feels so bad for how stupid he is. They won't kill him. No doubt. Holy shit, Yasuhiro. Identify the victim. Everything starts from there. Wolf tattoo. Alright, make your argument. Tattoo on the right hand is probably my guess. Okay. If Kyoko really is alive, who died? Yep. Some way to figure it out? Yep. Let me shoot this. It's not the tattoo. It's not beyond recognition. Son of a bitch. Okay, we'll wait. Junko had thick nails? That's right, Junko had nails. Scorched beyond. Oh, the face was scorched. Okay. Okay, so the second last one. Yeah, Junko had thick nails. It could be Junko's body. But Junko didn't have a tattoo on her right hand, which is why I'm using this. It's a unique identifier. Oh, come on! Did Junko have a tattoo? No, her hands are pale white. She's a fashion designer. I still remember her fairly well. But Monokuma tattooed her with a tattoo from another person. That'd be pretty hard to guess at. I feel like you're grasping at straws, but I mean, there we go. We actually land. How did we land that? All right, whatever. I'm not gonna complain about that. We got it. You're dying, you'll die a cruel and unusual death.
なんか気になんべ。
なんなんよ。苗木、無視して話して。
死体の身元を知るための手がかりは。
Okay, the hand.
タトゥーだよ。
なんだか変わったデザインだけど、これって犬？
Her master made it get her to be like, oh. Head out of the gutter, Toko.
そんな屈辱的な意味が隠されてたんかい。そうじゃない。
The identity of the victim. Cool. This probably. The Fenrir Mercenary Corps. It should be her profile, right?
それがどうしたんだね。
フェンリルに所属する兵士たちは必ず体のどこかにフェンリルを表す刻印を刻んでいるらしい。
Yep, that should be straightforward. The image that depicts Fenrir is Hangman's Gambit, alright. That's an easy gambit. Damn, alright. Free healing. It was actually the word you'd predict.
それがフェンリルを表す刻印なんだ。
Drink got a tattoo, but thanks to fake makeup, it was invisible. I'd believe that one, BB. I believe that she had a tattoo under under a lot of makeup. She wore it a lot. Oh, at least she knows what Fenrir is. Yep, child of Loki and female giant. Alright. Finally, some value from her being a literary genius. Yep, a wolf tattoo. Convenient she got one on the back of her right hand. By the way, I'm pretty sure back of your hand's one of the more painful places to get a tattoo. Am I wrong? Must have been Mukuro. Why would anyone else have a wolf tattoo? No, we've seen everyone else's hands. Come on, man. He sounds surprised. Monokuma's actually involving himself in the trial and saying we're right. Trial is to solve her murder. Makura's not the master. Well, at least Monokuma confirmed it wasn't Junko and he didn't fake it, but I mean, that would have been weird for him anyway. After all the information you're given. So someone else must be ultimate despair. Or she got more information and only shared a bit. It's true, usually when someone who's important dies there's more detail. At best a background character. With special privileges. Kuro isn't mastermind, she's just involved with the mastermind. Yeah, he had 2 people working with him to make sure the game ran smoothly.
学園長は関係ないはずよ。
だが戦場ムクロの情報だって間違っていたんだ。
Yeah, how do we know
そ
trust
の情
even
報
that
は怪しい
idea?
もんだな。
Your intel was bad
情
about
報は間違っていないわ。
はいはい、今は学級裁判中ですよ。戦場ムクロを殺した黒を解き明かすのが先でしょう。
Okay.
それ以外の死後は返金ってこ
Stay
と
on
で
topic.
お願いしますよ。
Monokim is keeping things moving quickly.
黒幕の
Okay.
正体を暴くのは後回しだ。だが覚えておけよ。必ずお前の正体を見つけ出してやる。俺の戸上の名にかけてだ。
Ooh, he's staking his name Togami on it.
そういう挑発は相手にしないことにしてるの。だ
Okay.
ってお前らが混乱しないように。もう
Say it
一
again.
度はっきり言っておくけど。
Hero being the mastermind, pulling the wool over everyone's eyes.
学級裁判
That's
が起きる
believable,
のは
not gonna lie.
学園の生徒た
He's
ちの
he's so
間で
unbelievably dumb, I believe he's actually bullshitting you.
殺人が起きた場合なんだからね。
Alright. Whenever we're having a class trial because a murder among the students is taking place.
その点をしっかりと頭に叩き込んでおくように。
I guess you just go in your pants.
つまり被害者も
Or
犯
hold
人も
it.
生徒の誰かということだな。
Both the victim and the culprit are part of the student body?
戦場ムクロは
And one of
こ
us
の
must
中
have
の
killed it,
誰
right?
かに殺されたってこと？
いや、17人目の高校生が隠れてるって可能性。
There could be a 17th person. We haven't been introduced to the 16th person, and they are apparently involved. Why not? Good. This is actually a decent argument by Yasuhiro. Now, other evidence points to it not being true, but there's no reason there couldn't be 200 people in the school.
ありません。参加者は
Lies, 16th person didn't participate in the last of any of the events.
マジかよ。じゃあこの中に戦場ムクロを殺した犯人がいるんか？
誰よ？誰が殺したの？
慌てるな。すでに容疑者は絞られている。
The list is pretty fucking short. It's me or her,
苗
or
木
they're
お前
suicide.
には分かっているはずだ。絞られている容疑者。
Who the evidence points to? There can only be 2 suspects. The evidence says me and her. The headmaster wouldn't kill her, and Makuro wouldn't kill herself based on any known evidence.
これだ。
It's me and
絞られた
Kyoko.
容疑者って僕とキリギリさんのことだよね。
Now it's
ど
straightforward.
うしてそうなるの？
いいだろう。説明してやるか。昨日の夜時間直後に、俺は植物庭園に行っている。
He doesn't need to
そ
use
して
this
そこで
timing.
確認しているんだ。その場所に死体がなかったことをな。つまり、殺人が行われたのは、俺が植物庭園に行って
That much is
以降という
obvious.
ことに
Or at least the
だがな。
the blood's not dried, so that won't work.
俺と葉隠れと深川と朝比奈はずっと体育館にいたんだ。
体育館に？
They were all in
俺
the
たち
gym.
4人は体育館でモノクマの解体作業に取り掛かっていたんだよ。その間、俺たちは警戒のため単独行動を避けていた。トイレに行くのも2人で行ったほどだ。
Okay, so they went in pairs, so it's either 2 people colluding, or it's Kyoko or us, right?
俺たち4人にはアリバイがあるんだ。それも完璧なアリバイがな。
逆に私と苗木くんにはアリバイがない。だから容疑者は絞られてると言ったのね。
そういうことだ。
Hmm. So we're the only suspects. How do you clear your...
ちょっといいかな。さっきのアリバイについてなんだけど、
何か反論があるのか？
反論の前に殺人が起きた時間帯を
He's gonna use timing to
もう少し
save
正確に
himself.
割り出したいんだ。
I don't know if that saves Kyoko, but it'll save us.
何かわかるかも。
好きにしろ。誰か協力してやれ。
俺は戸上っちと一緒に植物庭園に死体がないのを確認してるぞ。あれは夜時間直後。
Around 10, the body wasn't there. Good stuff.
つまり殺人が起きたのは夜10時以降だべ。
Okay, murder's after
そ
10.
こから死体を発見するまでの間が殺人が起きた時間帯ってことでいいんだよね。
Yep, that's a good assumption.
でも私たちが死体を発見したのって 何時くらいだったっけ？
Murkuro accidentally stabbed herself, forgot she had a knife, fell over, her corpse touched a bomb that someone found their boob. Yeah. Good luck with that one.
鶴橋を取りに行った深ワッチ
The one who found the
最
body
初に死体を見つけたんだったな。
was Toko. She went to get the pickaxe. What time was the body discovered? Around 9, right?
これだ。
Body
死
found
体を発
around
見したの
9.
は9時だったはずだよ。だって深川さんが鶴橋を取りに行ったのが。
Yep. So we have two main limiting factors. Probably 9 on the dot. Get the pickaxe, be back by 9:01. Yep.
確かに9時くらいだったわね。
つまり殺人が起きたと思われる時間帯は夜10時から朝9時までの
That's 11 hours.
僕は昨日夜時間前から寝ちゃってたんだ。だから夜10時以降のアリバイはないんだけど、でも
But
朝9時より前にみんなと合流したはずだよ。
食堂で私と会ったよね。あれは確か。そうだ、7時30分くらいだった。食堂に入るときに確認したから間違いないよ。
here we go. What if it's Monokuma that got fucked up was before talking to Mokuro and Mokuro attacked Monokuma, died, and Mokuro got killed? This definitely isn't a thought. That's possible. But the fact that it's your knife is very unusual. He hasn't gone through that yet, Motion. But the combat knife is the one in his drawer, because we did search our drawer for the knife and it's missing. Meaning that the knife that killed him, or the one that was run through him, is our knife. That's one of the issues. Monokuma obviously wouldn't take our knife because that makes no sense. Or wouldn't take our knife because it's nonsensical. It goes against how he's been playing this so far. So it's not all that likely. Alright.
つまりナイギッチのアリバイがねえのは夜10時から朝7時30分までの間ってことだな。
But we do have an alibi. After 7:30. Alright, you can't provide an alibi for that period, then you just have to prove the murder didn't happen during that time. Easy. Sprinklers. It's gotta be sprinklers, right?
殺人が起きたと思われる時間帯は
We established a time for up shit. Between 10
9時までの間
and
だ。
9 in the morning.
一方ナイギッチのアリバイがないのが
Yep.
夜10時から朝7時30分までの間だったよね。
Oh, whoops. Oh, that was correct.
しまった。
That was correct. My bad. That one I should have known was
殺
wrong.
人が起きたと思われる時間帯は夜10時から朝9時までの間だ。
一方ナイギッチのアリバイがないのが
夜10時から朝7時30分までの間だったよね。
それだけの時間があれば殺人は可能なはず。ナイギ、何か反論があるなら言ってみろ。
Hmm? Yes, sprinklers.
殺人が起きたと思われる時間帯は
Time for the murder.
夜10時から朝9時までの間だ。
Did we do the first one with
一方
sprinklers?
ナイギッチのアリバイがないのが
夜10時から朝7時30分までの間だったよね。
それだけの時間があれば殺人は可能なはず。ナイギ、何か反論があるなら言ってみろ。
Hmm. Hold up. It might be another bullet. I think I got another one.
殺人が起きたと思われる時間帯は夜10時から
What a body
朝
analysis.
9時までの間だ。
一方ナイギッチ
Either
の
that
ア
or
リ
it's...
バイがないのが
Okay, we're doing this or we're doing sprinklers on the first one.
朝7時30分までの間だったよね。
Oh, okay, it's that one. Fair enough. Sorry, Hina.
殺人が起きたと思われる時間帯は夜10時から
It's that one.
それは違うよ。
My bad. Makes you feel somehow the slightest bit smart. It is
殺人が
interesting.
起きたのは夜10時以降じゃない。確実にもっと後だったはずだよ。
It had to have taken place after 10.
なぜそう思うんだ？
The sprinklers.
植物庭園のスプリンクラーだよ。あのスプリンクラーは毎朝7時30分に水がまかれる設計だったよね。つまり 死体が朝7時30分よりも前に植物庭園にあったなら、あの死体は
It would have been
水で濡れていな
soaked,
きゃお
right?
かしいんだよ。
ちょっと待ちなさいよ。私はちゃんと覚えてるわよ。死体は濡れてたはず。びしょびしょだったはずよ。
Was it caught on fire?
それは違うんだ。
And the bottom half is dry.
違う？濡れてるのは下の口がどうとか言うつもり？承知しないわよ。
When did we say the mouth down south was wet? What are you making up? Were you feeling the corpse up?
そうじゃなくて、あの死体が濡れてたのはスプリンクラーのせいじゃないんだよ。
スプリンクラーのせいじゃ。そうやってスプリンクラーを否定することで私の存在自体を否定するつもりなのね。
うわ、確実に。
Wow, she's actually kind of loopy in this form too.
スプリンクラーが関係ないって言うなら根拠を言ってみなさいよ。
True, it wasn't the sprinklers. All I have to do is hit Shogo with evidence. Slap her with the truth of a bucket of water. Oh, okay.
認めないから。違う。いい加減にしてよ。私を責めるの。認めないから。違う。いい加減にしてよ。私を責めるの。認めないから。私が正しいのよ。認めないから。違う。いい加減にしてよ。私を責めるの。認めないから。違う。いい加減にしてよ。私を責めるの。認めないから。私を責めるの。スプリンクラーが関係ない根拠って何よ。
Oh, I screwed up.
認めないから。違う。いい加減にしてよ。
Okay.
スプリンクラーが関係ない根拠って何よ。
It's this
こ
one.
れで
My
証
bad.
明するよ。
My bad. Yeah.
スプリンクラーのせい
Coco's
じゃないって
super
ことは
thirsty.
爆破後の死体の状況を見ればわかるはずだよ。
With the body, like after the explosion. Only half the
あ
body's
の死体っ
wet.
て上半身だけが濡れてて、下半身は全く濡れてなかったよね。もし死体の濡れた原因がスプリンクラーなら、全身がまんべんなく濡れてるはずじゃない？
上だけ濡れて下が濡れてない。なんて鬼畜マニアックなの。もうやだよこの人。
What if they covered it with a tarp? Oh wait, that wouldn't work because it's just water.
どうして死体の上半身だけが濡れてたのか。その
Reason why only the top was out wet was because of this body you
あ
threw.
の死体が燃えた
Or
時、
the bucket you threw.
僕が水をかけたせいなんだ。燃えている上半身だけにね。
At Bikuya's request, by the way. You could throw shade at Bikuya by saying it's at his
死体が
request.
濡れてたのって本当に。
But then again, you'd say that the thing being set on fire probably means it wasn't wet in the first place.
そして死体がスプリンクラ
Because
ー
the
で濡れて
cloth's
ない
burning, right? Not the
植物
cloth
庭
and
園
hair
の
are
殺人
burning.
が起きたのはスプリンクラーが作動する朝7時30分以降ってことになるはずだよ。
じゃあ殺人が起きたのは朝7時30分から死体を発見した9時までの間だな。
でも苗木のアリバイがないのって昨日の夜10時から朝7時
Yep,
30分まで
you've
だった
got a
よね。
rock solid alibi.
だったらナイギッチに犯行は不可能だべ。ナイギッチのアリバイも成立じゃねえか。
そうなるとアリバイがないのはキリギリだ
Alright,
けという
Kyoko, what do you got for us? Kyoko's the only one without an alibi, which means the killer is her, but
一つだけ言っておくわ。私がここで処刑されたらこの学園の謎は明らかにならない。
hmm.
だから絶対にそうはさせない。
Oh, she's intense. Alright.
お前は犯人ではないということか？
当然でしょ。私が犯人なんてそんなわけない。 これは黒幕の罠なのよ。
The trap the mastermind laid for us.
この
後に及んで僕のせいにする気？
We're this far into the game and now we're
苦
playing?
しいよ。そ
Hmm.
りゃ苦しいって。そんな言い訳が通用すると思ってんの？は
お前は黙っていろ。
ーい、黙ってまーす。
だがキリギリ、お前には戦場ムクロを殺す動機もあったはずだ。
Oh,
動機
she did.
キリギリは戦場ムクロを超高校級の絶望と言っていた。つまり黒幕だと思い込んでいた。だか
Hmm.
らこそ戦場ムクロを殺し、全てを終わらせよう
Kill
と
the
したん
tramp
じゃない
twist
か。
after that?
だが実際は違った。
Akura wasn't the
黒
mastermind.
幕ではなかった。そこにキリギリの誤算があったんだ。そしてキリギリにとっては予想外とも言えるこの学級裁判が始まってしまった。
それがキリギリの動機？
動機があってアリバイがないとなると、
Motive and no
これはも
alibi.
う確実にキリギリッチが犯人なんじゃ。
アリバイがないのは私だけじゃない。苗木君のアリバイは不十分よ。
Hmm. How is his motive alibi
死体が
insufficient?
スプリンクラーで濡れていないからよね。殺人が朝7時30分以降に起きたとは言い切れないわ。
Correct.
どうして？
死体をスプリンクラーで濡らさない方法があるからよ。
It could have been moved. Could have been moved afterwards.
現場にあったあるものを死体にかぶせれば濡らさずに済んだはずよ。
Cover it with a certain something. That would be the. Come on, give me the tarp.
これだ。もしかして
Kyoko is on that path. You're back to the Monokubi the 16th. The corpse being Junko's. Yeah, I feel like it's a trap. I don't know why Kyoko would kill it, and if Kyoko killed it, I guess it's Kyoko, right? Like, there's only way. It's either Kyoko or us. But if it's us, the game ends because we get killed here. So it can't be us.
気づいたみたいね。そうよ。あのビニールシートを死体にかぶせればスプリンクラーをやり過ごすことが可能になるわ。
It sounded like they said veneer sheet for
実
the
際
time.
犯人はその方法を使ったはずよ。
In fact, that's
あ
exactly
の
what
ビ
the
ニ
killer
ール
did.
シートの汚れ方がそれを物語っているわ。ビニールシートの片面だけが汚れていたのはその面が
Once
ス
I
プリ
get
ンクラ
dirty.
ー
Why
を
would a tarp be dirty from water?
逆に死体に面していた裏面はスプリンクラーを浴びてないから汚れてもいない。つまり
Okay.
犯人はビニールシートを使って死体がスプリンクラーで濡れることを防いだのよ。
そこまでして死体が濡れるのを防いだ理由は何だ？
おそらく殺
Cloud
人
the
が起き
issue
た
of the
時間
murder.
帯
Yeah,
を
good
誤
plan.
認させるためじゃないかしら。
Hmm. Kill Yasuhiro.
さっきの苗木君のような言い訳をするためにね。
Generate an excuse like the one Makoto gave us. Hmm. Why does she want to make you look like the killer? It was used the way Kyoko said. It must have touched the body. But the body.
いや、それはおかしいよ。
Hmm.
何おかしいの？
Don't worry about Kyoko's motivations. If you don't do something, you're gonna think it's killer. Refute what she said. The bomb. Use the bomb, maybe? This is an interesting one. I don't know quite what I'd want to use for evidence. The knife, the body before the explosion, fragments near the dead body. Maybe fragments?
犯人は死体にビニールシートをかぶせることで死体が濡れないようにしたの。
The killer prevented from getting wet. The reason the tarp was only dirty on one side.
その面がスプリンクラーを浴びた
Blinkers got that side wet. Okay.
でもそのビニールシートの裏面は少しも汚れてなかったよね。
Thoughtless, right?
そっちはスプリンクラーを浴びてねえからな。
That's how it's.
死体に面してただけだから綺麗なままで当然だべ。
Interesting. A clue hidden in the tarp somewhere.
犯人は死体にビニールシートをかぶせることで死体が濡れないようにしたの。
じゃあビニールシートが片面だけ汚れてたのはその面がスプリンクラーを浴びたせいか。
でもそのビニールシートの裏面は
I think we might need to grab that one.
そっちはスプリンクラーを浴びてねえからな。死体に面してただけだから綺麗なままで当然だべ。
犯人は死体にビニールシート
Okay, I'm gonna grab this one.
死体が濡れないようにしたの。
じゃあビニールシートが片面だけ汚れてたのはその面がスプリンクラーを浴びたせいか。
でもそのビニールシートの裏面は少しも汚れてなかったよね。
そっちはスプリンクラーを浴びてねえからな。
Oh, that's wrong. I'm the other one. My bad.
しまった。
Yep.
犯人は死体にビニールシートをかぶせることで死体が濡れないようにしたの。
じゃあビニールシートが片面だけ汚れてたのは
Only draw on one
その
side.
面がスプリンクラーを浴びたせいか。
でもそのビニールシートの裏面は少しも汚れてなかったよね。
そっちはスプリンクラーを浴びてねえからな。死体に面してただけだから綺麗なままで当然だべ。
しまった。
犯人は死体にビニールシートをかぶせることで死体が濡れないようにしたの。
じ
Huh.
ゃあビニールシートが片面だけ汚れてたのはその面がスプリンクラーを浴びたせいか。
Didn't get dirty, only dirty on one side, maybe?
裏面は少しも汚れてなかったよね。
そっちはスプリンクラーを浴びてねえからな。死体に面してただけだから綺麗なままで当然だべ。
犯人は死体にビニールシートをかぶせることで
Alright, we're gonna probably get a
死体
game
が濡
over
れないよ
here.
うにしたの。
Let's see how this works.
じゃあビニールシートが片面だけ汚れてたのは
No. Not gonna work. Alright, we're dead. Failed, yep. Reset. Nobody believes me. Is this the end? It would appear with the one with the most votes in Mikoto. Yeah, we know that. He's not the Blacken. Surprise!
僕たちはここで終わってし
Give it another shot? Yeah.
ここで諦めたりしないぞ。
Okay, keep going. I have no clue what I'm supposed to be doing for this one. Those are like my best bets, and they didn't even seem like... Knife at the crime scene? Body before the explosion? Fragments near the dead body? Body before the explosion, maybe?
犯人は死体にビニールシートをかぶせることで死体が濡れないようにしたの。
じゃあビニールシートが片面だけ汚れてたのはその面がスプリンクラーを浴びたせいか。
でもそのビニールシートの裏面は少しも汚れてなかったよね。
そっちはスプリンクラーを浴びてねえからな。死体に面してただけだから綺麗なままで当然だべ。
犯人は死体にビニールシート
Alright,
を
we're
かぶ
trying
せる
first
こ
or
と
third
で
with this
死体が濡れ
bullet.
ないようにしたの。
First or third with this
じゃ
bullet.
あビニールシートが片面だけ汚れてたのは
Nope.
しまった。
First or
犯人
third
は
with this
死体
bullet,
にビニー
maybe?
ルシートをかぶせることで死体が濡れないようにした
Figuring
の。
out what the heck they want you to click
じゃあ
here is
ビニール
really
シートが
annoying.
片面だけ汚れてたのはその面がスプリンクラーを浴びたせいか。
でもそのビニールシートの裏面は少しも汚れてなかったよね。
Totally
そっちは
spotless.
スプリンクラーを
It's
浴びて
protected
ね
from
え
the
から
water.
な。
Yep.
死体に面してただけだから綺麗なままで当然だべ。
Why did it pick that up? I didn't want that bullet.
犯人は死体にビニールシートをかぶせることで死体が濡れないようにしたの。
Oh, I got two at once.
じゃあビニールシートが片面だけ汚れてたのはその面がスプリンクラーを浴びたせいか。
でもそのビニールシートの裏面は少しも汚れてなかったよね。
そっちはスプリンクラーを浴びてねえからな。死体に面してただけだから綺麗なままで当然だべ。
Apparently that counts. Okay. Got it. A little bit hard to guess their logic there, but we got it.
やっぱり片面だけが綺麗な状態っていうのはおかしいよ。
Why is one side clean?
だってさ、爆破される前の死体ってまだ血が乾いてない状態だったんだよ。
The blood wasn't
触ると汚れる危
dry.
険性がある。戸上君だってそう言ってたよね。そんな死体にビニールシートをかぶせたら間違いなく血で汚れちゃうはずだよ。
Counter the knife, supporting it to not get blood. That's the next
ビニー
statement.
ルシートが使われたことを隠すためによ。
It wasn't
それな
why.
ら両面を洗い流すはずだ。片面だけ洗ったところで隠したことにはならない。
そりゃまあ
そもそもその時の死体の血自体が犯人の偽装工作だとしたら
With the blood on the body is camouflage? So the knife wound isn't the kill?
つまり犯人はビニールシートでスプリンクラーをやり過ごした後で死体の上から偽物の血を撒いたんじゃないか
Covered the body in blood that didn't belong to the victim? Like whose?
偽物の血ってそんなものがどこにあるのよ
Probably for the medicine cabinet, right?
保健室の輸
Nurse
血用の
office,
血
right?
じゃねえか。前に山田っちが死んだふりをした時、あいつはあの血を使ってたはずだべ。
いいえ今回の殺人で使われたのは犯人は現場の植物庭園から偽物の血を調達しているはずよ
Chicken blood. Which must mean the chickens. It's the chickens. It's the chickens. It's the chickens! They're relevant to the investigation!
もしかして鶏の血？
鶏
事件前に植物庭園の飼育小屋を見たときはそこに鶏が5羽いたのに事件後には4羽に減ってたんだ。
Rest in peace, Bertha.
つまり犯人は鶏を殺してその血を使ったってんか。
Yep.
残酷なことすんだべ。
How is that the most messed up thing you've ever heard of,
そん
buddy?
なことで生き物を殺すなんてひどいよどうせだったら私が食べたのに
They fed it to the giant
犯
plant.
人がわざわざ現場から血を調達したのは自分が歩き回る姿を目撃されたくなかったからかしら
How to get the blood from the scenes can be spotted.
実際に鶏が減っていることが今の推理の根拠になるはずよ
だとしても少々引っかか
Where'd
る
the body go? Man-eating
犯
plant.
人はビニールシートでスプリンクラーをやり過ごし、その後で偽物の血をまいたと言ったな。だが死体の上から血をまい
Yeah, it should have soaked into the ground.
あの時の死体は違ったぞ。血で汚れていたのは死体の服だけだった。周辺の床は全く汚れてなかった。
確かに周辺の床が全く汚れ
The
ていない
tarp was used. Okay, the dirty side is on the ground. The clean side's on the body. They cleaned the blood
だ
off.
としたら犯人はその場で血を撒いたんじゃなく
They
て
cover the coat in
前
blood.
もって白衣に血を付着させておいたのかもね
前もって白衣に血を？
あなたたちが発見した時の死体ってその白衣をちゃんと着ていたの
確かいや袖を通していなかった。上から白衣をかけられただけの状態だったよ。
The arms aren't in the sleeves and the coat's on backwards, right?
じゃあこれで決まりねごめん話についていけてないんだけどどう決まったのつまり殺人が起きたのはスプリンクラーが作動するより前だったのよ
Yep.
それなのに死体が濡れなかったのは犯人が死体にビニールシートをかぶせたからそしてその後犯人はビニールシートを回収あらかじめ偽物の血で汚しておいた白
Pulled
衣
the coat over the body.
死体の上に
The coat they'd covered in blood.
犯人はこれら一連の偽装工作を行うことで殺人が起きた時間帯を誤認させようとしたのよ殺人はスプリンクラーが動く7時30分よりも後に起きたんだって
Hmm.
確かにその方法なら7時30分よりも前に
Right,
殺
could
人
have
を
happened
実
any
行することが可能
much earlier, but
だけどさその偽装工作をするためにはスプリンクラーが終わった後に植物庭園に行かなくちゃいけないよね
yep. After the sprinklers
大
went
し
off.
た時間はかからないビニールシートを回収した後用意しておいた白衣をかけるだけ大した時間はかからないわ
それはそうかもしれないけど。
朝比奈さんは 食堂で苗木くんと会った後、彼と一緒に行動したの。私は先に体育館に行ってて、苗木は後から遅れてきたの。
I went straight there. Fuck you, Aoi. And your teleporting
そのくらい
powers.
の時間的余裕はあったわね。
そんな。
Look, game mechanics being used against us. People can teleport, we can't.
とは言い切れないはずよ。
どうやらキリギリの言う通りのようだ。
How is my alibi inadequate? I literally ran there as fast as humanly possible the minute she told me to go. Fuck you. Alright, game mechanics. I feel like I'm being sabotaged. Why is suspicion on me? Guy's dead body added as a truth bullet?
さてと、振り出しに戻ったな。苗木のアリバイが不十分となると、容疑者は苗木とキリギリの2人ということになる。
I'm not sure, let's see. We aren't missing anything, so we gotta be able to win.
よっしゃ、思い切って運に任せっか。2分の1の確
Either
率
that or
だ
it's the
し。
end of the game. Let's see. Flip a coin.
だろう？ナイス。
No, she's got an idea from that.
そうじゃなくて、すごいこと思い出しちゃったんだけど。
なんだ、言ってみろ。
あのさ、
The
現場
knife.
にクロコ
Yeah,
ダイル
why
の
didn't we bring
ナイ
up
フ
the
が
knife
落ちてたでし
first?
ょ？
ああ、爆発前の死体に刺さってたやつだべ。モノクマファイルによると、腹部から背中までぶっ刺さってたらしいぞ。で、そのナイフがどうした？
あのナイフ、どこかで見た
Now
気が
Aoi's
するんだけど。
bringing the knife up and we're getting fucked because our character wouldn't bring up information like this. Remember when I said he should tell people his knife was missing and he had a weird dream and the knife actually disappeared? Remember when I said that? Yeah, last time we played this?
それを
Yeah.
思い出しちゃったんだよね。
We gave it to Makoto! Now that we have the knife, what are we doing with it? Hang on to it, Makoto. Yep.
私が苗木に預けたナイフ。
驚かないということは、とっくに気づいていたようだな。
Yep, I noticed earlier. I just didn't say anything because I wanted to look as suspicious as humanly possible.
だったら、なぜ隠していた？
隠してたわけじゃないんだ。
I didn't hide it. I'm just too dumb to mention it. I couldn't be sure of what happened last night. I thought I really did kill her.
怪しすぎるべ。死体に刺さってたナイフが苗木っちのもんだったってことは、こりゃもう間違いねえべ。1200% の確率で苗木っちが犯人だべ。
You should be able to make it clear that there's another way into the rooms, because otherwise the bloody bandages and all that nonsense shouldn't be possible. Use key 6 to clear yourself and say someone has a way into the rooms. Prove you're not the killer. Easy. We're good. We're good. It's looking bad for us, but we're good. Wait, none of these are relevant. This guy's dead body? No.
あの死体に刺さってたナイフってさ、
Knife was found and lodged in the dead body.
私が苗木に
It's
預
the
けた
same
ナイ
as the
フ
one
よ。
we gave to Makoto.
やっぱり
Yep.
そうだよね。
あのナイフを持ってたとなると、つまり犯人は苗木っちってことだべ。
ナイフを預かってたからって。どうして僕が犯人ってことになるの？
だってナイフの傷が致命傷だろ。だったら間違いねえべ。おめえがあのナイフでブスリとやったんだ。
苗木誠恐ろしい男ね。
The knife is what killed her? Hold up. Let me look at my bullets. No, not relevant. The bomb. When the body was found. The knife had stopped bleeding, but the body was still wet. It's no however there's no blood on the ground around the body. Monokuma file, maybe? They've been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. Monokuma file? Wait, can we even use Monokuma file? Body before the explosion. When it was found. Isn't relevant. Fragment.
あのナイフを持ってたとなると、つまり犯人は苗木っちってことだべ。
Maybe body before the explosion?
預かってたからってどうして僕が犯人ってことになるの？
だってナイフの傷が致命傷だろ。
しまった。
It's the lead pipe, right?
あの死体に刺さってたナイフってさ、
Knife found lodged in the dead body.
私が苗木に
Same
預
as
け
the
た
one
ナ
we
イ
gave
フ
to
よ。
Makoto.
やっぱりそうだよね。
We were afraid of that. Oh, I didn't mean to actually fire that.
あ
Or
のナイフ
just
を持っ
wasted
て
time.
たとなると、つまり犯人は苗木っちってことだべ。
ナイフを預かってたからって
Okay.
どうして僕が犯人ってことになるの？
だってナイフの傷が致命傷だろ。だったら間違いねえべ。おめえがあのナイフでブスリとやったんだ。
苗木誠恐ろしい男ね。あの死体に刺さってたナイフってさ、私が苗木に預けたナイフよ。
I don't know what's wrong. None of these seem relevant.
あの死体に刺さってたナイフってさ、私が苗木に預けたナイフよ。やっぱりそうだよね。
None of these bullets seem like they're useful, even the ones we can absorb.
つまり犯人は苗木っちってことだべ。
ナイフを預かってたからってどうして僕が犯人ってことになるの？
What the heck is the
だ
right?
ってナイフの傷が致命傷だろ。
There we go.
それは違うよ。
That's a weird choice, but alright, sequence break. We got it.
いや
I don't hate
そ
that
もそも
one.
戦
It's
場
just
袋の致命傷
a
は
little bit
ナイ
weird.
フの傷じゃなかったんだ。それはさっきの偽
I
装
would have
工作
preferred
の話でも
Monokuma file
明
as
ら
the
かになったは
evidence
ずだよ。
myself, but it's alright.
嘘だべ。さっきは致命傷の話なんかしてねえぞ。
思い出してよ。さっきの話だとさ、犯人は死体にビニールシートをかぶせた後で血痕付きの
The
白衣を
knife's
着さ
on
せた
top
ん
of
だ
the
ね。
coat, therefore the knife was added later.
つまり被害者があの白衣を着たのは死んだ後ってことになるはずだよ。
それがどうしたんだって。
だけどさ、僕たちが死体を発見した時はナイフは白衣の上から刺さってたよね。死んだ後に着させられた白衣の上から刺さっていたナイフが致命傷になるわけないんだ。
同じ箇所を2回刺した可能性はどうなんだ。殺す時と偽装工作の時の2回だ。
If they have twice in the same spot? No. Monokuma file. Get a dick.
モノクマファイルに書いてあったはずだよ。
Monokuma says
ナイ
there's
フ
only
によ
one
る
stab
刺し
wound.
傷は一つだって。
But it says head wounds.
盛大に忘れてたべ。
じゃあ、あのナイフって
あれも犯人の偽装工作だったんだよ。きっと本当の致命傷に目を向けさせないためにより目立つ傷をでっち上げたんだ。
Blunt trauma, right?
その後死体が爆破されたのも同じ理由だったはずだよ。
I don't know how Toko survived that,
このせい
man.
で
That
死体
explosion
は
should
激
have
しく損傷し
killed her
致命
easily.
傷がわからなくなってしまった。つまり証拠隠滅、それこそが犯人の目的だったんだよ。
Yep, it's a plan to destroy evidence. I'm with you there.
死体発見時にナイフの傷を印象づけておき、その後死体を爆破する。そうすることで最初の印象だけを残したまま証拠隠滅を図ったというわけか。
Yeah, it's an obvious trap.
ちょっといい？そもそ 後の話なんだけどさ、
It's a trap.
結局あの爆発って何だったの？
Why
どう
the-
していきなり爆発なんかしたの？
真面目に頭を働かせろ。わざわざ答えるまでもないことだ。
Someone who knows something about bombs.
教えてやんべ。おそらく未知の粒子によって体内で核反応が起きて自然発火したんだ。
Right, it's Yasuhiro. Oh my
物
god.
質に言えるよ。
苗木、答えてやれ。
Tell him or we won't make headway.
これだ。
The Monokuma bomb.
爆発の後、死体のそばに小さな破片が落ちてたでしょ。この破片があの爆発の原因だったんだよ。
あれ？それってどこかで見たような気が。
見覚えがあって当然だよ。だってこの破片は
It's the Monokuma
モノク
bomb.
マを解体した時に取り出した
There we go.
あの爆弾の破片なんだからね。
じゃああの爆発ってモノクマの爆弾のせいだったんだね。
Yep.
ともかく、これで犯人の目的は明らかになったな。犯人はナイフの傷を致命傷に見せかけることで、苗木に容疑がかかるように仕向けていたんだ。そんなことをして得をする人物といえば、もう一人の容疑者である桐桐京子。お前しかい
We haven't established when the murder happened. Still. Could it be a days old corpse?
ちょっと待って、戸上くん。
なんだ、どうした？
いや、もう少し慎重に話し合った方がいいと思うんだ。被害者の致命傷だってまだ分かってないんですさ。
そうだね。確かに気になるかも。結局本当の致命傷って何だったのかな。
まあ、いいだろう。では、議論を続け
Oh, you got info? Alright.
どう
Lay
せ
it on me.
結末には変わりはない。
Lay it on me, buddy. Determine what killed the victim. Concentrate. I'm curious, where do we go from here? Monokuma file 5, probably?
では、議論を続けるぞ。
Alright, continue the debate.
被害者の致命傷がはっきりしていないんだったな。
あの爆発は致命傷じゃないんだよ
The
ね。
explosion didn't kill her? Yeah.
当然だべ。爆発があったのは
That
死
would
ん
not
だ
happen.
後だぞ。
ナイフも関係ないのよね。
Wasn't because of the
だとする
knife.
と他に怪しいのって。
モノクマファイルによると、そうだ、後頭部に殴られた跡があったんだ。
She was hit on the back of her head. Yeah.
それ以外にもこの被害者には全身に無数の傷があったらしいぞ。では議論を続けるぞ。被害者の致命傷がはっきりしていないんだったな。
あの爆発は致命傷じゃないんだよ
Okay.
ね。
Hey, Shadow, how's it going? I think we're supposed to pick the thing that killed her. Blow to the head. It was what we're supposed to absorb.
ナイフも関係ないのよね。だとすると
Let's
他に
see.
怪しい
I
の。
think that's what this trick is. Here.
モノクマファイルによると、
Yasuhiro actually remembering something right for
そう
once.
だ、後頭部に殴られた跡があったんだ。
This is what killed her.
それ以外にもこの被害者には全身に無数の傷があったらしい。
Countless wounds are irrelevant. They're all faded scars. Alright.
では議論を続けるぞ。
Okay. Continue the
被害
debate.
者の致命傷がはっきりしていないんだったな。
There we go. Got it. First try at that. That went well. I'm feeling smarter
モ
now.
ノクロの致命傷は後頭部の打撃痕だったはずだよ。
全身の無数の傷ってのは、あれは事件とは関係ねえのか？
モノクマファイルによると、
They
あれは
weren't
以
fresh
前から
ones.
あった古傷らしいんだ。
Yasuhiro hit someone with a bottle on the top of the head in the past? Yes, he did, but that was Sakura, and that's not the body of this corpse belongs to.
古傷じゃ。
But you're right, you know. They're old, they don't really matter.
では間違いないな。あいつの致命傷
Blow to the head is
後頭部の
lethal.
殴打だったようだ。
じゃあ凶器って？
モノクマファイルには鉄パイプ程度の太さの棒状のもので殴られたって。
ってことはツルハシだな。
No, it's the arrows wrapped in duct tape because they were covered in blood.
どうしてそうなるのよ。ツルハシで殴ったら王だどころか頭蓋骨粉砕よ。
きっとツルハシを逆に持って持ち手の柄の部分で殴ったんだべ。
That'd be really hard to wield, you moron.
重さのバランスが悪いもの。威力のある一撃なんて不可能だわ。なんなら
Someone needs to hit Yasuhiro on the back of the head with a pickaxe.
さてはおめえ間違ったふりして金属の方で殴るつもりだな。
I mean, I'd just admit to killing him at that point.
汚いのお味噌取り出して床に叩きつけて唾を吐きかけてやるのよ。
Yeah, I'm with Toko. Scoop out his brain, throw it on the ground, and spit on it.
気が合うな。
合ってるのそれ。
凶器ならすでに見つかっているぞ。
見つかったんですか。
Yeah, we do
さす
know.
がは白夜様。
なんだべ。
ナイギ、答えてやれ。お前にも分かっているはずだ。
The real murder weapon? The arrows, right?
これだ。戦場ムクロの後頭部を殴
Yep,
打した凶器
back in the
は
head.
武道場のロッカーで見つけたジュラルミン製の矢だよ。
ジュラルミン製の矢。犯人はそれで戦場ムクロを殴ったんか。
Okay, Xenon, we'll vote you off the island. Hopefully it's a swift death. But yeah, kill Yasuhiro. Thanks, fam.
そうなのかな。それっておかしくない？
ちょっとあんた白夜様に口答えなんて100万年早いわよ。
だって気になるんだから仕方ないじゃん。
Okay. You don't blame Hina for doubting because there's one more thing about that weapon. One more secret. The duct tape? The weird duct tape. It looked more like packing tape. Bloody duct tape is probably our, bullet.
武道場のロッカーにあっ
The
た
titanium arrow
ジュラルミン製の
was
矢。
in Dojo Lock. It's not duct tape.
間
It's
違い
not
ない。
even.
あれが凶器だ。
That was
本
the
当
murder
にそうなのかな。
weapon. Yeah.
何を気にしてんだ。
だってモノクマファイルには凶器は鉄パイプ程度の太さの棒状のものってあるよ。だ
Yep.
と細すぎると思うんだけど。
白夜様に
It's definitely that one, my bad.
1億年早いわよ。
Okay.
武道場のロッカーにあったジュラルミン製の矢。間違いない。あれが凶器だ。
本当にそうなのかな。
Yep, I have no doubts either.
だってモノクマファイルには凶器は鉄パイプ程度の太さの棒状のものってあるよ。嫌だと細すぎると思うんだけど。
How does that not count?
口答えなんて1億年早いわよ。
We'll try
武
again.
道場の
Try
ロ
again.
ッカーにあった
Evidently we missed. Hitbox is a little bit small, I guess.
間違いない。あれが凶器だ。
本当にそうなのかな。
Yeah, I'm sure.
何を気にしてんだ。
I'm sure. Well, in the
だって
Monokuma
モノクマ
file.
ファイルには凶器は鉄パイプ程度の太さの棒状のものってあるよ。嫌だと細すぎると思うんだけど。
Got it.
それは違うよ。
Got it.
確かに矢だけど
One arrow would have been too weak.
だから
They wrapped
犯
it in
人は
duct
もう
tape.
一つの凶器を使ったんだ。
もう一つの凶器。
武道場のロッカーの中には丸められたガムテープもあったんだ。きっと犯人はこのガムテープを使ってジュラルミン製の矢を束ねたんだよ。
Together, arrows strong.
矢をガムテープで束ねることによって鉄パイプ程度の太さの凶器を作り上げ、それを凶器として使ったんだ。
3本の矢の教えと同じね。戦国武将である毛利元就が息子たちに問い
Wow, they're actually talking about a bundle of sticks.
一本では脆い矢も束になれば頑丈になる。そうやって3兄弟に結束を訴えかけたのよ。
残酷な話だべ。
後悔を聞いてないでしょ。
とにかくこれで凶器も分かったはずだ。 そしてそれらの凶器を武道場のロッカーに隠した犯人こそがキリギリ京子。
No, it can't be Kyoko. You had the key to her room. How'd the key get in there?
道場なんかに行ってないわよ。
いや、お前は間違いなく武道場に行っている。
どうして言い切れるの？
We can now accuse Bikuya of being murder, by the way.
もちろん証拠があるからだ。そうだよな。
We can accuse him because he's the only one who had the key, and how'd the key get back in the room? You had the key all day.
どうした？まさか犯人をかばうつもりじゃないだろうな。
Was this Bikuya's death?
そんなことをしてどうなるか分かってるのか？もしお前がかばった人物が犯人だったら、その先に待っている結末は俺たちの全員の死なんだ
He's
ぞ。
pressuring us. This is an interesting murder.
もちろん分かってるよ。
だったらお前の手で示してやれ。キリギリが武道場に行った証拠をな。
This isn't evidence. He's forcing us to say something that's not necessarily true. We have evidence. We're obliged to provide it, because the game will fail us if we don't.
これだ。キリギリさんは
The evidence.
武道場のロッカーの鍵だよ。
But
そんな
there's a
もの
problem.
がどうして証拠になるの？
これがキリギリさんの部屋に落ちてたからだよ。
私の部屋に。
とぼけても無駄だ。
You have the. You're the only one with the key. You stole it from her, so you're the only one who could possibly do it.
アリバイの件も動機の件も苗木に
This is a pretty
罪
good
を
setup.
結びつけるための偽装工作の件もそれらのすべてがお前が
Until the
犯人
wood
と
block.
示した
Until the wood key was discovered, we were
諦
good.
めろ言い逃れはできんぞ
Until the wood key was discovered, he was looking pretty clean, right?
ちょっと待って。
またかお前はどうしてもキリギリをかばいたいらしいな。
いや、
It's
カバと
just
かそういうことじゃなくて、
the
キ
timing
リ
is
ギリさん
wrong.
に聞かなくちゃいけないことがまだの。
Wait, another thing you have to
キ
ask?
リギリさん、教えてほしいんだ。
Were you in my room last night?
キリギリさんは僕の部屋にいたよね。あの時何があったの？どうして僕の部屋にいたの？それを教えてほしいんだ。
That's what you want to know?
私はあなたを助けただけよ。
Protecting me. She actually was in the room. She knew I was being attacked and saved me. Which would mean that Kyoko killed someone?
もういいだろう無駄話は終わりだそろそろ結論を出すぞ
ちょっと待って、間違わないで。私は犯人じゃない。
まさかお前の往生際がそこまで悪いとはな。
だけど私が犯人じゃないってことはあなたが一番よく知っているはずよ。そうでしょう、戸上くん。
Yeah.
俺がだと
Alright, now she's gonna point out the key. Right? Bikuya should know better than anyone? Like, he has her key. He has her room key. Wood block key when the body was found. Bikuya's account. Probably Bikuya's account, right?
今の言葉はどういう意味だ
I'm gonna double check the contents of Bikuya's account real quick. Let's see. Bikuya's account. No corpse in the garden. He also said that they spent the whole night together. It can't be that.
「私が犯人じゃないということを
Not the
あな
killer.
たが一番よく知っているはず。
戸上っち
Wood block key, maybe? If it's any.
私に隠し事するわけないじゃない。
キリギリお前が犯人ではない根拠があるとでも言うのか
さっきのあなたたちの推理だと私は武道場のロッカーに証拠を隠し、そ
Yeah.
の鍵を自分の部屋に置いたらしいわね。本当に私にそんなことができたのかしら。
Okay, lock key in my own room. First guess at the bullet. It's gotta be one of these bullets we pulled
そ
from
の
it.
ままの意味よ。私が犯人じゃないということは
Not the killer? I don't know about that one.
戸上っちなんか隠してんのか？
白夜様が私に隠し事するわけないじゃない。
キリギリ、お前が犯人ではない。
There we go. Got it. The key was in her
キリギ
room.
リさんは自分の部屋には入れなかったはず。
She can't get into a room.
自分の部屋に入れなかったってどうして？
だってキリギリさんは自分の部屋の鍵を戸上くんに預けたままだったんだよ。
Yeah, but Kiyoya has it.
そういうことか。俺がお前の部屋の鍵を持っているということは。
鍵を持ってない私は自分の部屋に入ることができない。つまり自分の部屋に武道場の鍵を置くことは不可能だった。
And the only one who could have
そう
done
でしょ。
確かにそうなるな。
やっと分かってくれたみたいね。
There's a clear contradiction in what Toko said, an obvious lie? But it's not like her. Try and save herself with a desperate lie? She's the killer, maybe? Or is it something else? Is there a deeper meaning what she said? The mystery will lay hidden forever, which is why you can't let that happen. This is a trap the Mastermind set for us. Mastermind is trying to trap Kyoko. What if that's not true? What can you do? What should you do? Mastermind's trapped. The victim was Mikuro and Kyoko killed her? What does Kyoko know? Kyoko's lie. You're the only one who knows it's a lie. You're the only one who can expose it, but who can you trust? What are you supposed to do here? You spent all your time trying to avoid danger and then move forward. We know the danger, but that risk means solving the mystery. We have no choice. Decide whether or not to expose Kyoko's lie. Huh. Interesting option. Okay. It's a lie. Why is it giving us this prompt? Why is it giving us this prompt in flashback? Typically we just get to murder her. You think I should let it go? I'm thinking I still pursue it. I'm thinking like either pursue it or let it go. I just don't know which one. On one hand, let it go seems to be the lot. Like pursuing it would be the choice where you're like, well, you're lying. You have a skeleton key. You can obviously get in there. Let it go is like the I want to solve this. Because I think if I click pursue the lie, it's gonna railroad me. We could pursue it. Let it go. What's the worst that happens? Let it go gets us killed? That's probably what happens, right? Let it go or run away, get us killed. Because we're getting these flashbacks. And typically the flashbacks so far have been hints as to what we should do when we get the flashback. TKO Tai. Tal, how's it going, my man? Runaway is certain death. Runaway is stupid. But I don't know. Pursue the lie is like one you could go with. This might be like a decision point. Let's see if we die. Worst case scenario, we die. Oh, oops. Believe in Kyoko. Our character seems so convinced she wouldn't kill someone, so let's stick with it. Okay, we didn't instantly get rerouted, so this is probably the right choice, because the last time we like had one of those multiple choice questions and picked wrong, it just rerouted us. Bad ending or good ending?
どうした誰も反論はないのか
I don't know. Haven't played before.
認めるということか
We'll assume it's true, because if it's true...
認めざるを得ないようだ
okay, here's a good argument. If she has a skeleton key, anyone else could have a skeleton key. And that means anyone could have been in that room and you have no proof of who it is. You're not telling which enemy you picked? The problem of introducing a skeleton key and introducing a 16th person who never had to show up to trial and never got punished by the rules means that we could have literally anyone doing this. We could have literally anyone doing this. Could have been the headmaster. Could have been well, it probably isn't the headmaster in the mask, but literally anyone could have planted that evidence. And she's saying she got planted on, which means she knew that someone's out to, I don't know. Pursue the truth clearly kills Kyoko. Or almost certainly kills Kyoko, but since we picked this one, we clearly get rerouted, right?
キリギリではなく他の誰かだったということか
She has no evidence though.
でも他の誰かって
キリギリッチの部屋の鍵を持ってたのはトガミッチなんだよな
Byakuya had her room key.
何言ってんのよ
I mean, if Kyoko's the killer, that's a pretty good kill. But again, she got into our room and saved us instead of letting someone else kill us. Doesn't make a lot of sense, considering she could have just said it was the 16th killer. What happened so far? A few things. This current trial is interesting. There's apparently a 16th person, and that 16th person in the murder game, and that 16th person who's never existed, never shown up, has been killed. Which is in complete violation of the rules, which makes no sense, as Monokuma should have murdered them. But he didn't. In fact, they never even had to show up for a single trial. So, there's some really sketchy stuff on, like Monokuma's clearly violating the rules, which is another reason why I'm leaning on the trust Kyoko. Because if Monokuma's violating the rules for this trial, like this 16th person, okay, one of the rules, if you violate any of the rules, you get killed instantly. One of the rules is you have to show up for every trial. Have I seen any photos? I've seen like 2 of them. We're on the 5th trial. Most of the people are dead. As you can see, Fumi's dead. The crossed out portrait. Basically, Monokuma's playing with the rules or are clearly violating them. The 16th person is a violation of the rules. The fact they never show up is a violation of the rules. I don't know what's going on, but since the three-way choice typically reroutes you if you pick the wrong one, this has to be the right choice. Yeah, we've seen a couple photos of people together. Currently, they're all dead people, but I don't know if they're edited or not. Monokuma says they're not edited, but he also just revealed a 16th person and hasn't ever tried to kill them for violating the rules. So the trustworthiness of everything Monokuma says is very debatable right now. Like, I don't know whether to he said the photo's not doctored. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't, considering this 16th person calls into question every single rule he's argued so far. Like, everyone has to be present at the trial. 16th person wasn't present. Eat a dick. Like, just that for one trial means Monokuma's like his impartiality when it comes to the rules. I know he's biased in like enforcing them, but his impartiality when it comes to actually having the rules and following through on them is like completely in question. Because it's not just one violation; it's like 10 violations. We're on like it's not the first trial; it's like the 5th trial. Anyway, let's see. Your alibi. Couldn't possibly have killed anyone for the key in Kyoko's room. So,
じゃあキリギリッチの部屋に 武道場の鍵を置いたのって。
考えられる可能性は一つだけだ。あらかじめ自分が持っていた鍵をあたかもその場で見つけたようなふりをした。
They could have had the key, and once they arrived at the scene, pretended to find it. Dude, it was literally in the room, you moron. You were here. He's gonna accuse it of being. I'm gonna say the opposite.
苗木のことだよね。
そうとしか考えられまい。
ちょっと待ってよ。そうじゃないって。
Do we have evidence for this?
もう一度考えてみようよ。この事件には何か裏があるはずなんだ。
あ、裏？
そもそもこの学級裁判自体がおかしいんだよ。みんなだってそう思うでしょ。
Even the existence of the 16th person's a mess. Lots of wait a minute, right?
正体不明だった戦場ムクロが急に死体で現れて、しかもその学級裁判が行われるなんて。
Someone we didn't know existed shows up dead, and we're thrown to a trial.
リリーさんも言ってただろ。黒幕の罠だって。
So is this where we get accused, right? We get accused of this, right?
タイムアップです。時間切れ。学級裁判は終わり。だからそれ以上は喋んないでいいよ。
なんだよ。
We had a time limit?
どういうこと？タイムアップなんておかしいわ。だって今まで一度もそんなこと。
ギリギリさんが遅刻したせいだよ。そのせいで時間が押してんの。というわけで、そろそろ投票タイムといきましょうか。
So, alright, we get voted off.
スイッチで投票してください。
So we're getting voted off here for our bad end.
投票タイム。
Monokuma introducing new rules, though. Monokuma's introducing new rules, so is this the right ending? Oh, we'll see. Did we screw up anywhere? We didn't screw up there. So this is the correct answer. Alright. The chapter ended, and it didn't give us a redo, so this is still the right course, even if it looks weird.
さて、投票の結果、黒となるのは誰なのか。
ちょっと待てよ。
どうなんだ、
The right person gets voted off, whoever that is. It's us? Okay. I'm voted, yep.
ごめん。
Good job, everyone.
うん。
We had a mental. They got it right, so we had a mental breakdown and killed them? Okay.
ほら。キラン。
It's like all the other class trials and it's gonna end the same way. Okay.
ドキドキ。
Time for your thrilling punishment.
許してもらおうとは思わないわ。すべて私の責任だから。
では、張り切っていきましょう。お仕置きタイム。
Alright. How are we dying? Ah, the worst way to die, in school. Monokuma's lessons must be hella boring. Which one's gonna be the one that ends you? I was gonna say, we just saw a face flash. Alter Ego just save us? No? Oh, we're falling. There's a way. That's. Yeah, Alter Ego just saved us, yeah?
あれあれ。
ね
うんこれは
It's that stupid virus from that stupid guy, yep.
どうやら
You screwed up somewhere.
なんだよ。
つまり
You shouldn't have underestimated us. How did you underestimate us? That stupid virus is gone, and so is Makoto. The waste away in a garbage-strewn pit. Better punishment. Okay. We're miles below the school, right? Or at least, like how are we gonna get out? I assume there's probably an exit somewhere. Alright. Just spare the rest of it. There's an escape somewhere. It's a garbage chute. We aren't in space, right? Presumably. We aren't in space.
うん
Kyoko. What the hell's going on?
落ち着いて
We're not the ones trapped this time?
つまり
The mastermind's ensnared.
なんだと？
それは
You'll see soon. Very soon indeed. The massive high school tower is over all the other buildings in the bustling urban area. It's like the school stands at the center of the entire world. This is the start of the game. I guess that was the bad end, right? Alright, if you manage to come here and graduate, you'll be set for life. That's according to the crop into the workforce every year. Oops. It tends to curve after it's hundreds of, it's hundreds of years of tradition, not hundreds of students. Never mind. I just wanted to check if it said hundreds of students. There are two things you need to attend to school. Attending high school, and you have to be the best at what you do. The only way in life is if you're scouted by the school itself. Well, we're the luckiest persons, so I guess we don't die to the murder machine. Standing at the gate of the school is me. You woke up with your head resting on top of a hard wooden desk. My body felt heavy. It wouldn't be weird for me to zonk off in the middle of some boring class or whatever, but what was I doing asleep here now? Wasn't any classroom I'd ever been in before. Yeah, what the heck's going on? Finally. Hey, it's the rocket ship from the opening cinematic. Alright. You could finally feel your mind and body start to come together again, and then I was awake. Or was this another dream? A dream inside a hopeless nightmare? No, not a dream. The stench invading my nostrils is too powerful for a dream. What an awful smell. I was in a vast, dark cavern with the barest hint of light seeping in. That's funny, it seems very well illuminated here. Trash was piled high across the area. This must be some kind of underground garbage pit. What a heck of a situation. But that's just the beginning of my problems. Was I going to be stuck here until I wasted away and died? No. Not after what my good friend went through to save me. I remembered all too well what happened. Alter Ego saved me. He used up the last of his strength to do it. He saved me. I can't give up now. For myself and for my friend. With that, my pursuit of survival began. First up, look for a way out of here. Okay, the door seems like an obvious choice. What else is here? A rocket and a tank. Don't think too much about it. Okay. A desk. One that fell down with you. What's this junk got? An airplane? How'd that end up at the school's garbage? I guess we're going forward. Let's... Weird. That's a very tall room. Yep, a locked door. Getting out. It's not going to be that easy. Okay. I'm not getting it anytime soon. I looked around for some food. Plenty of food, but it's all rotten. Making that pretty pointless. Next, water. How do you know what you can drink and what's a bad idea? Yeah, pointless. There's probably engine fluid, oil, any fuel. There's any manner of liquids mixed in with drinkable stuff. Alright, don't give up, because you're still alive. As long as you're alive, you'll never give up. After making that proud declaration, the next thing you did was go to sleep. Your sleep was deep and uninterrupted, the only way to preserve what little strength you had left after not being able to eat or drink. I couldn't be sure, but I think at least a full day had to have passed. All I did was sleep and sleep. Like I was waiting for a sign to come falling out of the sky. However, what fell from the sky wasn't a sign, not exactly. A strange sound pierced my silent isolation, jarring me awake. As I watched, the pile of garbage jolted and formed an odd shape. Something fell down here. Something fell from up above. Okay. Well, click the garbage. A giant piece of trash? Did it just fall down here? I stretched my hand out towards whatever tumbled down with me. A giant piece of trash? How rude. It's Kyoko. Before she even emerged from the pile of garbage, I knew who it was. Yep, it smells awful. How's it going, Kyoko? Yeah, you look like you're doing better than expected. What are you doing here, though? Hi, you're here to help. You got some garbage on you. You gave her head a quick, sharp shake to get rid of the trash and face me again. I'm impressed these people are surviving falling like 3 stories into a trash heap. Ah, for me. Water and some buns. Okay. Thanks. Looks like she was planning a rescue attempt this whole time. So, was she in the trash? Was she in the library? Or not the library, might have been in the kitchen after dark. Because the food, there's fresh food in the kitchen every day, which means it has to go bad. I'm betting she went there and that's how she got tossed down. Either that or Monokuma threw her out himself, but that doesn't make a lot of sense. Maybe she got murder trialed while we were gone and also fell down instead of dying. Seems weird because this is the only possible murder. This is the only possible like murder setup that we could have been saved via this, because all the other murder setups, it's like there's no way you'd survive that via like an exit hole in the ground. This is the only one that had that door and a way to survive it. The rest of them all output something directly. This is the only way you'd get to this basement one. The rest of the murder trials shouldn't result in something being thrown to the basement. Within seconds, it was in your mouth and making its way towards your stomach. I really hit the spot. Now I've got all the energy I need to keep going. They haven't given up? Of course not. After all, the fact I can keep going forward is about all I'm good at. It's not too bad a thing to be good at. Right. Talk to me. I assume you brought the skeleton key for the door. Why'd you come rescue me? To atone? Even though you knew I was lying, you didn't say anything, so you knew I knew. Even though I knew, I did nothing to help you. I abandoned you. That's exactly what she did. She abandoned me in order to save her own life. You were trying to save me, and I couldn't bring myself to do the same for you. But here's the thing, we didn't save her life because Monokuma said we were right. You're not trying to make excuses. There's a reason you had to survive my other cause. Alright, tell us. Bring the skeleton key. Kyoko knew this was going to happen. She did something with Alter Ego and put her on the computer. Yeah, possibly. You need to do what you came to this school to do. You made up your mind to come to it for an important reason. Tell me the reason. What's your reason? You did at least once. Until recently, you forgot what the reason you came here for was. You had no memory of your purpose. Yep. Targeted amnesia. Really true? You lost? I guess so. The first thing that happened to each of us as soon as we arrived at school. Yeah, we're supposed to go to the auditorium and we passed out. We fainted, right? I fainted and woke up trapped. You fainted, and when you woke up, you noticed a strange feeling of separation, a disconnect.
どうやら
Your memory was gone at that point. You'd forgotten why you came to school and what your ultimate ability was. What could make you forget that?
ね
Yeah, it's pretty convenient.
そうよ
It was the work of the mastermind. They stole your memory. And there's only one reason. My purpose and my ability. Somehow they interfere with the mastermind's plans. So they just stole them. How do they steal your memories? That's super tech. Super sci-fi tech. Alright. That's some super advanced tech. Alright. Your memories may be connected to the mystery of the school and the mastermind, which is why you have to get them back. You've been investigating solo this whole time. So why didn't you ask the rest of us?
なんで
The mastermind would have noticed if we worked together right away. Plus, there's always the chance he's actually one of us.
そう
That's true. I don't think it's I don't think that's the case anymore, though. There's no way it's one of us. Since it's a possibility we can't ignore it, the mastermind one of us, though? She believed it, she couldn't trust anyone around her, in which case it only makes sense she'd look into her missing memory by herself. Okay. There's a limit to what you can do, which is why you asked us to help. We're the least likely to be the mastermind, thanks to your intuition. I see. Well, you're right. I'm not the mastermind.
僕は全部知っているはずだ。僕の目的は
Your goal isn't to get out of here, it's
残ることなんだ。
just like the dream I had before. Why did that just happen, though?
ね
It's nothing. Or at least it is nothing, right?
ね
You're not used to relying on others. Fair enough.
そう
I never asked for your help the right way, so I understand you're not convinced. But apparently I was convinced. I think that's just her personality. Okay. Door time. Talk to her again. Alright. Said you had a reason for doing all that. How'd it turn out? Did you find anything?
それは
There's a lot you don't remember, but at least you recalled your purpose and your ability. Alright. Well, that's something.
私は
What everyone should have known me for. Ultimate detective. Thanks, Sherlock. I can actually call her Sherlock now. And she is the ultimate detective, so I was right! The ultimate detective. She's way too comfortable around bodies, and she's not a mortician. Because it didn't make sense for her to be actually doing a decent job investigating if she was a mortician. Well, she did examine the bodies. She had evidence outside the bodies. So she's, I don't even know what to call her. She's like Lilac Holmes. Lilac Holmes. There we go. Sherlock Holmes or Lilac. Like lilac, because I'm like her hair is like lilac colored, right? It's not actually white. It seems like it's an off-white.
そう
Maybe it's just the purple that's contrasting with her, because she has purple eyes, purple clothing. So maybe it like looks to me like it's a really, really close white. It looks like it's an off-white to me. Maybe it's just how she's drawn. Anyway. Someone you had to find. Oh, who are you looking for?
それは
The headmaster. Why? Your father. Your father! Okay, that's a new one. I wasn't expecting that.
つまり
You were separated from him as a child, and he became the headmaster of Hope's Peak. That explains how he thought the headmaster was involved,
私は
and why she flipped the fuck out.
私は必ず
He gets accused of being the villain, she flips out, and she obsesses over finding him. Okay. Okay.
あのさ
It's actually getting pretty late, shit. Right. That explains why she flipped out there, okay. Your memory hadn't come back when he said that you felt strange. Now it makes sense. Your whole purpose is to find him.
だけど
You want to make this perfectly clear? The headmaster isn't the mastermind, but you didn't say that to protect him? Okay, you said that based on what you saw. What did you see in the
それ
room?
は
The room was ransacked, the shelves were a mess, the drawers were dumped on the floor. The only conclusion is that someone who didn't know where anything was had been in there. Fair enough. I have a 24-hour stream after all the finished Battlefleet. Oh, don't remind me of the kids. I feel like we're almost done, though. That was your assumption. To confirm your suspicion, you investigated the second floor of the dorms using your key. You also found this in the headmaster's room, a map.
Yeah.
A layout of the entirety of Hope's Peak. In the headmaster's room, along with Mukuro's profile on the key. It showed the second floor was home to a number of rooms for faculty use. Oh! So the staff must have stayed overnight. The headmaster probably had a room. Figured if that were true, he'd likely have more clues. You went there, and that's when you remembered? Your purpose was to find the owner. Okay. So did he really have a room? You noticed the second floor of dorms didn't have cameras or monitors. Which means that... All you can say is, you realize the moment you saw it, whatever's going on in the school is more horrific than we ever imagined. Can't explain it, you need to see it for yourself and you'll get your chance soon enough. Sounds like it must be important and really ominous. Talk again. Once you got to the second floor, there were no cameras or monitors. You had no idea what was going on. I'm not gonna click that. You were so preoccupied with investigating, it was unforgivably careless of you. That's fair. To be perfectly clear, you didn't kill her. So I did? And you know it wasn't me, then why'd we get executed? If neither of us killed it, then why did I get executed and not everyone else? Alright, so like I said, Monokuma's cheating. Okay. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm gonna grab a quick drink. So we had conclusive evidence for all the previous cases. But for this one, it was really sketchy. There was a new entity that we didn't believe had ever existed. And now Monokuma's clear. Now we've confirmed Monokuma's violating the rules. Thanks for the drink, Jacob. This is interesting. Very interesting. Alright, I know we're right. Everyone but we had an alibi. Who killed her? The mastermind, right? Point of the class trial was to get you killed. You stole the key and disappeared. In retaliation, they wanted to draw you out and eliminate you. So they framed you. They knew they couldn't interfere directly, but they don't care about the school regulations. That's why they introduced the 16th person as a dummy, right? With minimal restrictions, you're free to explore at your own discretion. They're adamant. The mastermind's adamant about following the rules. Is he though? Because like the 16th person doesn't have to follow them. Since they couldn't kill you themselves, they tried to use the class trial. That doesn't sound right. They're somehow bound by regulations. There's one more thing about the murder of Mukuro. There was a point where Mukuro may not have become the victim. Could have been me. Yes, he tried to kill us, right? Drain the night. I can hear them, you know. The footsteps of the god of death. Come again. You can hear the god of death as he moves. The ability naturally draws you into cases like this. Which is exactly what happened. You were in the dorms and had a sense of dread looking down at the stairwell, and you saw a white shadow across the corridor. Giving chase right away, as you followed it, you saw the shadow go into my room. You ran into my room and saw what was happening. You intervened immediately to save us. But that wasn't the end. You stopped, but that led to... whoever the assailant was, they ended up dead. In their murder disguise, the dojo key wound up in your room. It all has to be the work of the mastermind. Interesting. Whoever killed Mukuro is the mastermind. You don't have conclusive evidence, but that's what you'd like to think. It means the mastermind can kill whoever they want if they feel like it. Yes, and they can also say that that was the correct judgment call, which means the rules aren't being followed or enforced correctly, which means the 16th person didn't have to follow the rules. Okay. Yeah, that creates a contradiction that the rules aren't being followed. He wanted to use the class trial to kill us because he's trying to maintain the illusion of the rules being followed. That's what he's trying to do, Makoto.
そう
Not just Makuro. They needed the trial to kill you, but seemed ready to kill you in your room. Everything they did's a contradiction. Exactly.
つま
Means the mastermind's the one who's been cornered.
り苗木くん
So close. A little more and you should be able to figure out their identity. The identity of the other ultimate despair. Yeah. There's no doubt Makuro was the ultimate despair. On that, she's dead. But it's not just one person.
ええ
Seems to implicate whoever caused that event. You mean? A year ago, the biggest, most awful and tragic event in human history. The tragedy. Whoever's responsible for that is the ultimate
どうやら
despair. That despicable group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair is ultimate despair is a group. Make no mistake, they're the root of all evil that forced us to go through this. Okay. That's ultimate despair and our real enemy. Okay. Nobody died. Okay. Dream Island Dream Island Rocket. Okay. Alright. Alright. Ultimate Despair is the name of a group. That's an interesting twist. Kinda wanna know more. Alright. I think... You know what, TKO? You're absolutely right. I want to know more, but I think it's about time to wrap things up.